Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Sweet Tea with Cece. That is me. I'm so excited. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Okay. Well, again, as always, before I go into what we're going to talk about today, I have a little game. And I am joined today by one of my very, very best friends, Miss Jewel Cha.
Hi. Hi, everybody.
How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good and pregnant.
Yeah. Yes.
But yes.
Yes. Okay. So how we're going to start this episode off is we're going to do, you guys may have seen it, the Target challenge. And we've been talking about it. And so we were like, let's just do it. Let's try it. So we have 5 items and we're going to do it. We're going to see what happens.
Lego.
You ready?
Yes.
Okay. So the first, okay. See, I'm already stressed.
I'm very stressed, but I was going to smile through it all.
This one, there were 2 that stressed me out. This was the first one. So we'll start with favorite drink. But I'm stressed. Would you like me to go first or would you like to go first?
You can go first.
Okay, fantastic. Why? Okay.
I don't know.
Let me go into my bag of goodies here.
Goodies.
Okay, I'll preface this.
Okay.
Favorite drink. What I know is that you like sweet. Sweet. So I was going to get you just a bag of sugar with like water because you like sweet.
That is, oh man, there's a movie.
Yes. Sugar water.
Yes, sugar water.
Men in Black.
Men in Black.
But I was like, okay, that's not a drink. But you like milk tea, sugar. Okay. You like mangoes.
I honestly thought about this and I was like, I don't know what she's going to get.
Friend, I didn't know.
Because I don't think she actually knows what my favorite drink is.
I don't.
And you can't get it at Target. So.
I don't. So this is what we got.
Oh, okay. I was like, what is Joyba?
So it's bubble tea.
I'm very excited.
It's mango. It has the little balls at the bottom because you like drinks like that. Normally from like little Korean spots and things like that. But
this was at Target?
So Target.
I'm intrigued.
Okay. I don't know if it's going to be good, but
we're going to find out.
Sweet. There's mango. There's good. Tea. It's sweet.
So I'll just say what my favorite drink is. It's called sorrel. And it's a Trinidadian drink. Jamaicans and other Caribbean places do it too, but they tend to add ginger and it's not really my thing.
Okay.
But you weren't going to get that at Target.
I wasn't. Nor did I even know that.
Yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure she doesn't know that.
I have failed. Question 1.
So my first thing I was going to bring out was like milk or something random for your favorite drink. But this was extremely stressful. And if you're watching this and you know the name of this podcast, you're probably like, I don't understand why this was so difficult for you. But Target did not have an array of choices. And I knew some types that you didn't like. Like I think the Arizona you don't like.
Correct.
And I have no idea if you liked this one. And I was specifically looking for a peach and I couldn't find it. And I was making me stressed. And I was like, should I go and get one at Publix? I don't know. But it is sweet tea.
Friend, yes.
Okay.
Pure leaf.
Hey, I knew it. I knew it the entire time.
Yes, and it's pure leaf, which if you'd like to know, it's like literally like brewed. Like it's one of the ones that is not really syrup.
Yeah.
It's pure.
I knew it.
Yes.
Not really, but kind of.
Okay, something that reminds you of them. Friend, this is the one I'm sad about.
Oh, this one
No, I'm not happy. The thing is, you're going to like what it is. And it does remind me of you, but I wanted to go with like anything other than this. But then I was like, do I cheat and not stay at Target?
I was going to do that.
And I was like, because then that's cheating. So then I went for, I'll give you the honorable, actually, let me give you this. Let me give you the honorable mentions. Dried mango.
Oh, love.
Yes. So it's practical. It reminds me of you. You love it. Yes. I wanted to go with like dancing, something that's dancing, something that's like iron sharpening iron because of like who you are as a person. Anytime I see something with dancing, I'm like, Jewel, send it. And I couldn't find anything. And then I was like, do I go to the Barbie section and get like a dancing Barbie? What? No. So I was sad.
But I'm going to love it.
I know, but it doesn't matter.
I love mango and I love dried mango.
Both of your things are
delicious. And I haven't had it from Target. So I'm excited to try.
Sad. Yours is going to be amazing.
So let's slow down. So I made a whole list. I don't know if I have my list, but I made a whole list of options of what would remind. Oh yeah, I didn't get that one. Yeah. Because I was like, okay, I was going to get, I'm going to show you what I got and then I'm going to say the honorable mention. Okay. So this kind of puts me back in the running for the last one because I made sure to grab the pink one. So I just want to mention that. There were different colors.
Okay.
But because we're getting closer to summer, it's a misting fan.
Ooh, a friend.
Yes.
When I say everything about this, yes. Yeah. Yes, friend, which shows yours is better than mine.
Yes, because where I would get the blanket because I'm always cold.
Yes.
She needs the fan because of the heat.
Hot death
But
at all times.
the honorable mention is I picked up this microphone. Now, mind you, it was not a microphone like this because...
This would have been a couple more than $4.
Yeah, it was a little bit more expensive. But it was like a Disney one, and it would have had songs. But I didn't know. I was like, how much would she actually use this? But it looks like that's the one I should have went with because you're very excited.
Well, and I saw
My
something.
bad.
No, it's fine. It's totally fine. I saw something that had Disney princesses on it too that almost could have gone with the dancing, but I was like, she's not going to care. That's me. So from this, I love this. And
The microphone was really like loud and obnoxious.
which
but-
also
You might have. You might have loved it.
also be me. So
Dang it.
friend, it's fine. Okay, the last one. Okay. An item that they need. Okay, so this one may have cheated a little bit because it is something that you need, but it's also, you're going to need it. And I'm very excited about it.
A lot of emotions just ran through my body.
You're going to need these. And I get to be the first one.
A lot of emotions just ran
I get to be the first one.
through my buddy.
Look at them, brother. So cute. You're going to need them. You're going to need them.
I am.
You are.
I am the onesies.
The onesies are mostly they're cute. They're for winter.
Oh my gosh. So that's a reminder that I am with child.
Your friend. And
No, and they're adorable. And I love that they're I love that they're neutral.
friend, yes.
Actually, I love that the blanket's neutral. It's just not my favorite color. But love. And this is a lot for my brain cells. Yay. So it's fine. Nobody's freaking out. Nobody's freaking out. We're just putting it here gently in a non-freak out manner because there's no way that I hadn't considered the fact that I'm going to be getting baby clothes because I'm with child. So
Yes, I did though.
okay, it's fine. Okay, so mine was more...
Probably what mine probably should have been.
No, mine was more... is the word philosophical?
Oh.
I wrote down, I was like, what does my... I didn't get inside the bag. In case you saw that, my hand went straight past it.
You didn't.
What does my friend need?
Pause. That was incredible. It is lunch. Thank you so much.
What does my friend need? And I was like, she needs margin. And I almost got a ruler.
Oh.
And
we went for the heart.
Yeah, we went to the depths.
Counseling. Got it.
And then
Okay.
I said, the other thing that my friend needs is rest. So she needs to take a break. It was genius. It was genius.
This is incredible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Friend, that's right here. No, that's incredible.
I thought it was pretty great.
It is. And you went for the heart. You did. Yay! Friend, that was fun.
That was fun.
Yay. I'm glad we were able to do that. Yes. And we're not competitive at all. So it's fine. I'm not rethinking the ones that I may have gotten wrong and didn't know.
I think I won, but
am I going to go buy it to make sure that, it's fine. So yes. So naturally we're talking about friendships. That is what we're talking about today. Mm-hmm. Friend, how long have we been friends? Do you know?
Us two? Mm-hmm. I know it was since you moved, but I don't know the year that you moved.
Yeah. So 13 years.
13 years. I was like,
years.
I know it's over a decade.
Yeah. 13. Yeah.
Wowza.
Yeah. You're actually my first friend. Here.
I was like, in life? Because dang. That's harsh.
No. Okay, no. It would be a little sad. I moved here from Colorado and I am an extrovert to my core. And I was like, what is happening? I wasn't really making friends the way that I was thinking I should. And so I was like, okay, Lord, I need a friend, please. And I prayed very specific prayers though. I prayed for a friend, but I prayed for somebody who would see me for me, who would love me for me, who wouldn't try to exploit just gifts and talents and anointings and things like that. I've just had a run-in my life, and I was just tired of really having like really not good friends. And so I was like, Lord, I just really want a friend that's going to see me and we can just be chill. And he brought me you. And so we've been friends for so long. It's been great. And you were in Korea 2 years. We stayed friends. We made it.
We made it.
Praise.
We survived.
Yeah. So on the topic of that, friend, just life, how has our friendship been? How have you seen it? And why do you think what's the importance of having really good, godly friends in your life?
So our friendship has been a rare one. Stressful as well. I'm just kidding. No, it's been amazing, honestly. And I know that I've told you on a couple of occasions I think I've apologized just in case for anything that I do in the future. Like, let's just get out of the way. I'm sorry, because you're not going anywhere. So just deal with it, kind of. And it's been really it's a rare one. There's literally not been another friend like you where we're so similar and so different. But I think we're very similar on the things that matter to us both that we're able to talk about. And I think also we challenge each other, and with our personalities, that could probably be hard for other people, but it works for us. So that's been great. And I don't remember your question at the end.
It's totally fine.
You can say that question again.
Welcome. Yes. What is the importance of having a friend in your life? A godly friend, godly relationship, challenging, all those things. Why is that important to you to have that?
Yeah. So I think, I think it's common knowledge that having a friend is just important. Just like a basic need is being accepted. And a lot of times we get that from family, but we also get that from friendships. Mm-hmm. So I think that just kind of goes without saying. There's like a thing of like camaraderie, being there for one another. But yeah, I think having a good friend, and especially a godly friend, that's someone who is there for you in the good times, there for you in the hard times. That's someone who can check you. Mm-hmm. Someone who can, and this isn't an acquaintance, and I think that's a big difference. It's not an acquaintance, it's a friend. So that's someone that you've given the space to. I think it's important because it gives you, it reminds you that you're not alone. That's someone who, and especially a God-fearing friend, that's someone who will intercede for you. And that's very different from other friends that you might have, which are still valid, but they're not pursuing the Lord on your behalf, and they're not hearing from the Lord on your behalf. And that's something about having like a godly friend, someone who already has a relationship that will be there for you in that way.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think one of the things that in my prayer for asking for a friend, specifically when I moved here, and what I got, I think has exceeded my expectation of what I asked for. I
made it.
I can't. Partly because I need that challenge with to your point of our personalities being so different, and it's like on one end, my personality, I'm super, there's a lot to my personality, but on one hand, I'm like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to make it happen. I don't care. When I say it's going to happen, it's going to happen. And that is not always, that's not always good. That's not always okay. Mm-hmm. Do I still try? It doesn't matter, but I'm going to try and I'm going to do it. And then on the other side though, I'm super submitted to the Lord. And that causes me to sometimes stop and not move because of that. So very opposite. But with that, I think the challenging piece has been an incredible piece to it, because it's like, okay, I know I can trust that she, number one, hears the Lord, is going to come from a perspective of hearing the Lord, knows me well, and is not out to hurt me or harm me or gain something from me, which has been a lot of, throughout my life, years of some not the best friendships that I've had. And now it took me a long time to believe you. But I think that's because of my hurt and my trauma in past friendships that I was literally thinking about it the other day when I was just processing this. And I was like, no, it took me like years to be like, okay, no, she's not mad. Or if which anyway, that's not the point. She's not mad. Or if she's having a bad day, it's not my fault. Like it's not just something that I did, or she's not talking to me because of something I did. It took years to believe that and trust that. And now I'm like, it's not even a thought process. It's not a thing. Now, have I asked you random dumb questions before? Probably. But it's just because random traumas pop in and I'm like, let me ask this. And you're like, if you don't sit down, and I'm like, okay, I thought so. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, you've been there. I think my personality kind of makes it a little bit hard too, because you might think that I'm upset at one thing and I'm completely oblivious that you're going through something. I was like, oh no, I've been fine. I didn't even know that.
I'm actually good. I was watching TV, eating. I didn't even think about it. And I'm like, okay,
so I was to call you up. Let's hang out.
Agony, you're fine? That's fine. I'm fine with it. But that has been one of the most amazing pieces of that, of just being able to be challenged. And I think that also is what's so important, because sometimes I think people can have this notion that friends, you just agree. Everything is good, hunky-dory. But then you don't grow that way. So now we're all stuck in this pile of like, so nobody's growing. Everyone's just chilling right here because there's no challenging.
And encouraging everybody to stay right where we're at.
Stay right there.
Kumbaya.
Yeah. Like, oh no, you don't have to do anything different. You're fine.
Yeah.
We're just going to, except for you do. And because I love you, I'm going to pull you out of that. And we're going to actually move towards healing, which is what I love and like to do the most of. So yeah. With that though, what do you think is the importance, or why do you find it important to be able to have really hard conversations? Or have you always been able to have hard conversations with friends?
So, I like the way you worded that. Yeah. I think I actually have always been able to have hard conversations with friends. Now, did it end well afterwards? Not always. And some of that might have been attributed to me, especially depending on how healthy I was in having those conversations. I wasn't born Christian, so I was always comfortable having difficult conversations and dealing with conflict and stuff like that. But that doesn't mean my approach was always loving, and it was truthful, but it might not have had any grace or any softness around it or any consideration for how they might take it. But I still think it is so, so vital. And I think sometimes, or probably the bulk of a hard conversation in a friendship, and again, not with an acquaintance, but with someone who is a friend who honestly you should have that that ability, that space to have that conversation, is accountability. And with accountability, that's like you're reminding them of something that they've already said that they want to do, whether they said it to you or they said it to God or they said it to someone else. Yeah. So it's not that you're trying to make them into something else, but if they have said that this is the life that they want to lead, if they have said, this is the type of person I want in my life when it comes to like them being in relationships, if they have said, the Lord has told me this, so I'm going to follow it, and then they don't, I do feel like as a friend, especially as a close friend, but as a friend, that I have a responsibility to remind them of that. And I feel like that is the importance of the hard conversation, because it's really saying, I care about you and I care enough about you to remind you of what you've promised to yourself or what you've promised to God.
Yeah. No, that's huge. That's huge. And I agree. I think that I probably just in my natural nature tend to lean more towards the hard conversations. Now, I probably the opposite of you growing up. I did happen to grow up Christian. However, I tended to be more on the like lax growing up of like, oh, everybody's okay. It's fine. But then as I started to just really grow into that and recognize it, I was like, what are we doing? That's wrong. Figure it out. Get it together. So then I've had to learn. I've had to pull it back. Even me being a Christian, I've had to pull it back and be like, wow, there's a thing as grace. Grace is a thing. Mercy is a thing. Ooh. And it's important. My mercy, -2, I wasn't blessed with the high level of that one. And so I have to call on the
Thank you,
Lord.
Holy Spirit.
Yes, every day of my life. I'm like, Jesus, okay, so you're merciful. You walk in mercy. Help me, because I want to tell them about themselves. And I've done it before. Didn't end well. For me, from the Lord, not for the person, for me, probably them too. But I remember specifically, I'm just thinking, every time I'm thinking about one conversation. It was bad because of me. Let me just preface this with the type of friend that you are, and what the Holy Spirit. It's the time where I purposefully tried not to tell you something.
Oh, yeah. I know the exact circumstance.
I wish if you guys could see my soul. I tried with every piece of my soul not to tell you that I was going to do something. Then, if we're going to be honest, I knew the reason I didn't is because I knew number one, what she was going to say, but number two, that I probably shouldn't have been doing it. Yeah. But I was like, no, I'm about to do this. It was so bad. And so I took a trip. It's fine. Took a trip. And here, this is what makes me the most mad, is that my sister, of all people, which I know she's going to watch this, and we've already talked about it, of all people in the world,
called me up,
called you and said, do you know where Sierra is? Knowing good and well, good and well, that she knew where I was. But she was like, anyway, that doesn't matter. So, and you were like, I'm sorry, where is she?
I'm sorry, what?
No, I didn't know. Okay. And then when my sister told me that she called Jewel, I was like,
because I didn't call Sierra.
You didn't, I knew. And that was worse. I wish you would have just called, because you already know I want to just handle it. I just want to deal with it right then. And you were like, no, I have to work today. We're going to talk about it. And then I even saw you at church. And I was like, I already know. And you were like, oh yeah, I can't talk about that right now. We will. I actually have another question that I need to ask you, which I hate. I'm like, I want to deal with the problem right now. Right. And then we can talk about anything you want to talk about. She was like, no, we're not going to do that. I'm going to ask you this question. Has nothing to do with that. And then we're going to set up a time to talk about this. And I was like, I was ill for several reasons. But it was in that conversation.
Bring it back.
But it was in that conversation where I saw the love of the Lord. Mm-hmm. I saw Christ. I knew what I was doing, shouldn't have been doing it. And you just called me higher more than anything. And you wanted to hear, hey, what in the actual world?
Can I say too, though, that in these hard conversations, timing being so important. And I knew from your personality that you wanted to talk about it immediately. And that's not why I didn't
call you immediately.
I wanted to tap on that phone and be like, I'm sorry, I need you to get your butt back over here. And I was like, first of all, I'm not her mother. I'm not going to be telling her where she needs to be and all of that. But I was like, the fact that she didn't tell me lets me know, because she would have told me. So that was restraint on my part. And that was like, Lord, I need you to give me the words to say that this is still loving and just calm me down. So yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And I think within that too, the importance of when we do go to the Holy Spirit and ask him those things, then he can give us insight as to, it was real dumb. Here's a little bit about what's going on, so that you can approach it that way. Not to say that you don't still get the truth, because you're going to get the truth, but also in love and what the Lord is doing. Okay. Well, with that, my question is, it's kind of like a two-parter. How do you think you gain godly friends in your life? Like, how do you think you have done it in the past? Do you think it's a special button, something that you say? And then what happens in the, what's the word I want? This is the word. I can't think of it.
We're going through
integration isn't the word. The ebbs and flows. Like friends come, friends go. We prayed. What's happening? Like how do you think you deal with that?
So I think
questions.
it's great. Yes, it was. Sorry. But it was 8 into 1.
Yes.
I think what you said is great, just praying for a friend. But I'm going to be honest, I don't think I've ever done that.
Okay.
But I was like, man, that's probably what I should do. That's really good. But I think it's really some basic things, or at least they seem basic to me. where it's, and I think of different personalities too. So I think also being more extroverted than introverted, but I can kind of go both ways there. Just kind of being okay to put yourself out there, which means like if you're in a setting where it's like you're at church or you're at small group, you're in some sort of social club, you're somewhere where you're in proximity with people often, that you'll see the same sort of people. I think inviting them out, especially if you formed connections with a couple of people within that club or group, inviting them to something that you know, like, hey, we bond on this. We love this music. We love this poetry, this art, whatever the thing is. And inviting them out to that. And also, and I say that because I feel like for the extrovert, that probably would come a little bit easier. Actually, both of these would probably come a little bit easier. But when I think of an introverted person, I think of the inviting being hard, but also the accepting. So if someone invites you, they might have to like kind of challenge themselves a little bit, because whether they just want to stay home or, you know, they want to enjoy their own company. It's not going to have any anxiety of like, what do I do? What do I say? All that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But it's the only way you're going to get close to people, like putting yourself out there, so to speak.
Yeah. No, I would agree. And I do think, I mean, I did pray. But also I think it's important too of knowing yourself and knowing what you're looking for in those godly friends. Because if you're constantly looking for yes people, then I don't know that that's always going to be the best. I mean, it might appear, yeah, absolutely. It might appear that it's the best, but then there's no challenge and there's no growing. There's nothing there. And honestly too, if we're talking about godly friendships, God's not always a yes God. So I think in understanding that correlation too of what you're looking for, you're looking for yes, camaraderie and what you guys both like, but also who can challenge, who can grow in a godly way. And I think too, I know I kind of segued and was like, what happens when friends change or as things change? And I think has been one of the hardest things to grow through and learn. For several reasons. Number one, I grew up military. I moved all the time. So I constantly had a changing of friends. And when I was little, we wrote letters, literally, that we sent them with stamps in the mail. And so I kept in touch some way, but not really. And then when I got older, social media, phones came out. So I was able to keep in contact a little bit more. So that's been a little easier. And I was always the one that left. I moved away, they stayed. So then as I got a little bit older and started to recognize the ebbs and flows of friendships, I was like, whoa. What is this? What does this mean? And how do I navigate this? What do I do with this? And so that took a lot of trusting the Lord in and through that, and then understanding that I do think there's definitely times and places and things like that, but just understanding where the Lord is in it and seeking him every step of the way of like, okay, what is happening? And how do you want me to approach this? Or how do you want me to handle this or deal with this? So I've noticed and seen that just in my life as well.
That has to be hard. I'm just thinking military, how many people are like, this is too hard. I'm not going to try anymore because I'm going to leave eventually. And yeah. So good for you.
Yeah, has the ability to, do something like that. But cool. Okay. What would you say if you could pick one word from this one? I tell you, this is off the cuff, that you have either one word to describe our friendship or one thing that you have learned because of it. Yeah, it's deep. There's no preps.
One thing learned or one word to describe. I don't think I'm going to go with the one word to describe because that's stressful. There's too many. There's too many things. But one thing learned, specifically from our friendship, is that I can depend on you. Like, I feel like no matter what, whether it's, I can depend on you to tell me the truth. I can depend on you to encourage me. So it's not just the hard stuff, but it's like the soft part too. I feel like I can really depend on you for that. to actually physically be there, because I am the type of person of like, why is this person not in the audience when I'm dancing? It's my favorite thing. Why is this person not here to support me? And I'm like, Sierra's going to be there. She's not just going to be there. There's going to be a sign made that's sparkly, and she's going to hold it up, and she's going to be screaming and all the things. So I feel like, or maybe that's my one word, dependable. No, I'm gonna stay away from the one word. But yes, I think that, that's one thing that I think that I've learned. Like, this is a dependable friend I got here, which is why I'm like, you're not going anywhere. So I apologize in advance for whatever I do. And this friendship is forever. So sorry, can't leave.
Yes, understood. I think for me, it would probably be safe. It would probably be both, one word to describe it for today. And one thing I've learned is that it's safe. Like, you can have safe friends, and I have numerous safe friends, but I'm saying, like, with this one, it's possible. You can have it. And you can show all parts of yourself. You can be vulnerable. You cannot have it all together all the time. Still learning that one, but just in life. But knowing that at the end of the day, like, falling, you will catch me. And it's a learned thing. And it's like, okay, almost like a free fall. What I see is a free fall, and you're constantly like, okay, but am I good? Am I good? But it's to the point now I'm like, nope, I'm good.
Just fall back. I got you.
Just fall back. Like, but we're good? Okay, cool. We're good. So, yeah. Aw, friend. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. This was fun.
This was great.
Yes, I loved it. Thank you so much. And we out. That's it.
All right.
Peace out. Peace out.